In this webinar, we have a lot of exciting things that we're going to be doing. Number one is we'd like to give the why, the context, the intro as to why all of this is happening. What is the movement that we're trying to initiate here? Why video? Let's face it, you guys, the amount of messages and noise that we have in our inboxes and that others have in their inboxes, whether it's email or SMS or LinkedIn or beyond, it's overwhelming. And there's a lot of noise out there, right? So how do we stand out in the crowd? Well, one of the best ways, in our opinion, is obviously video. Someone actually said something very interesting to me very recently, and they said, video is such an obvious way to make a statement and to build relationships with people. They said, Ruben, what happens when everyone is doing it and it's actually not unique anymore? And I thought it was a really interesting question. And I said, well, let's figure that out in 5 to 10 years, because that's not the case right now. People that are using video are still in the smaller segment of the general population. So just by being here and being at the forefront of technology and video and marketing and sales, you've already taken the first step to standing out from the crowd. You're doing something that's innovative and highly effective. So kudos to you guys for taking that risk on us and just by putting yourself out there using video, which leads me to my next point, which is trust building. We've seen bad actors, we've had bad experiences. I think one of the benefits of video is that we build that parasocial relationship. When people see our videos, they feel like they know us. And we all hear the comments when we finally get on a Zoom with them, or we have a conversation, or if we meet them in person and they say, I feel like I already know you. I feel like I can trust you. Let's do business together. It's an amazing dynamic that happens through that idea of the parasocial relationship. So keep yourself out there, keep cloning yourself, and just watch what effect it has on people. It's really effective. It's really exciting. Efficiency, streamlining your communication. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'll take 10 to 20 minutes writing an email. I'll go through every sentence, I'll write it, I'll rewrite it, I'll fix typos, I'll fix grammar, I'll put images in there, I'll move stuff around. It's not the most efficient process to write text. Recording a video, on the other hand, sometimes you can speak through stream of consciousness and say what you want to say with imperfections, have it actually come off as much more informative, much more authentic in a much shorter amount of time. I will say that it requires practice. To record videos and stream of consciousness and to be natural and flowy and not have to redo it a bunch of times, you got to put in the time, you got to put in the effort, do the push-ups, and it will become much more efficient than writing text. I can guarantee that. The next thing I think is brand building. One of the things that I think is so important for solopreneurs, for small, medium-sized businesses, even Fortune 500 companies, is to build your brand. And when I say that, I don't just mean the corporate brand. I don't mean the logo. I mean as an individual. We are the personal brands for our companies. And in fact, we as individuals are sometimes much more powerful than that logo or than that corporate brand. So we encourage you to use video and to create that brand so that when you're not in the room, when you're not in the Zoom, people can say good things about you. Video will help you to lift your brand. And then the last thing, which is our favorite type of marketing, which is referral-based marketing. This is, sometimes people call this the best free type of marketing. Of course, nothing is free. You have to put in the time to get that. But by putting your videos out there, you're giving a piece of content that's very shareable. They can send it to their friends. You're also allowing them to build that relationship. So the next time they are on the phone with someone that's suffering from a similar pain point, that they can mention, hey, you know what? You should speak to Darius. You should speak to Shannon. You should speak to Ruben. Here at Dubb, we are all about results. Okay. Results is why we're here. Results is the first thing for everything. The second thing is building a community. Why we're all here. I think, we have over 100 people in Zoom right now, and thousands of people have already watched our announcement video of this and all the training videos that we're having as a result of this. All of those efforts are about building community. We also have other channels which we invite you to, which is Facebook group, the Dubb Facebook. Please go and check that out. The URL is dubb.com/FB group. That's a shortcut URL. We have community.dubb.com. Encourage you guys to go and sign up for an account. There's one tap sign in to community.dubb.com. So check that out. A lot of resources, a lot of training materials, a lot of forums to give you guys a chance to communicate with us, to get our attention, to say, hey, I'd love to see this or a new feature or a request, what have you. And the last thing, of course, is constant innovation. That's what Dubb 5.0 is. It's a constant innovation improvement based on all of these things here, based on results, based on community, based on listening, and most importantly, based on you guys. So without further ado, we'd like to jump into some of the specific features. Darius will be showcasing, I think, number one is what the sort of benefits of some of these features are, and then of course specifically the features and how to use it.
Thank you for that. Features, guys. This is what we brought you here for. So this first one, this is video page templates. Now we built this feature because we have clients. Many of you guys have consistent brand elements. You've maybe paid a web designer to build some things. And what this allows you to do is customize your video pages in whatever way, shape, or form that you like. This is what a video page looks like. Video, playlist, buttons. And it's really rigid within this form for our traditional pages. However, the new video page template feature enables you to completely either select from these pre-built templates we're offering or even build something else. You can modify these templates once you're in there. And you can see that the different templates available offer many different stylized versions of the page. You can see some have a form to the right, some have a calendar, some are video centered, some are headlined. So all you have to do is select one of these templates and it's going to take you to the editing page, where we've also provided a whole bunch of little tools that are going to make building these very, very easy. And these are called the placeholders. So you can see here where it says video title description. These are elements that are already coordinated with your video. So the title of your video is going to show here. The description of your video is going to show there. The video that you've selected for this template will show here, and the buttons you have selected for that video will also show here in this CTA section. So when you want to take the elements, they're all associated at once. So you're not having to rebuild new CTA buttons here on your custom pages. You're not rebuilding descriptions and sections. You're simply able to take the elements that already exist with your video and drag and drop those into the templates. You'll see also that the templates are predefined with those fields. So really, you don't have to do anything except for perhaps customize the image. So really, it's just about the layout and the customization of any other elements there. If you want to add more text fields, more links, more images, it's all up to you now. So this is the first feature that we have released, which is custom video page templates. So we're no longer bound to the standard video page templates, and we can make them look however we need to. The other part of this application is they can also be part of your preset. And if you guys don't know what a preset is, then please type that in the chat and we'll share a preset training with you, because that was a previously released feature and it's very powerful. And applying these new custom templates so that each time you record a video, these custom pages you've built can automatically be generated every single time you record a video. Next thing we've done here, guys, is we have upgraded our automations feature. So if you guys didn't know already, Dubb offers the ability to completely automate your business. Automations, here's an example of a sequence. Now, if you guys signed up to Dubb anytime in the last 10 months or so, you will have received some emails and some text messages from the Dubb platform. Now, we don't use other technology to sell and to market Dubb. We exclusively use Dubb's workflows here. So all of those emails, all of those text messages you may have received have come from our workflows here. We do this to set an example of something that you can turn on your business today. For example, this workflow is in our business. If you put in your cell phone number, it's going to wait 10 minutes, then send you a text message. Then it's going to wait a day and send you another message. And it's going to wait a third day and finally send a third message. So what we've done here is we've added the ability to first improve the visual of the board so you can see your automations very simply. We've improved the ability to modify your workflows. We've improved the reporting for the workflows, and we've also improved some of the functionality now where you're able to build off of more triggers. Now, this also deeply integrates with things like Zapier and Dubb Sync. So these can connect to any systems you're already using, or Dubb can be your all-in-one business automation solution.
I want us to all think about automation in terms of a simplistic solution, not an overly convoluted one. When we think about automation, I want to think about it in a very simplistic way. It's just the ability to create a sequence of steps that we can trigger without having to manually do it. And it's all very simple, just by tagging or some other additional intelligent metrics that just say, if someone did this, then they should get that. So more to come on that. We do have live trainings Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you go to your Dubb account and you go to the bottom left, you will see a button that says live training. And on the Dubb mobile app on the top left, you will see a little graduation cap icon. And if you click that, you can register for any of our live events. If you ever have questions on how to do anything on Dubb or beyond, please meet us there and bring us your questions. We promise to support.
This sequences perfectly along with our updates to automation. Email signatures, as Ruben mentioned at the beginning, is sort of a no-brainer. Many of us have email signatures we've already developed. And so the reason we provided this feature, we built this feature, is as Dubb is improving its marketing automation, we are checking all the boxes here. So we want you to have your same email signature you have in your systems already sent through Dubb's workflows. So we have people that are, again, replacing their MailChimps and Infusionsofts and things like that with Dubb, and we want to make sure they have all the same functionalities that they're getting from their other platforms. So here's how this feature works. The first thing is in your profile, you will see a section called email signature. So all I've done here is I actually took my email signature from Google, I copied it to my clipboard, and then I just pasted it here into this section. If you do not already have an email signature block like this, I highly, highly recommend making one. There are free resources you can use to build this. Definitely recommend building an email signature. If you already have one, perfect. Copy and paste it into your video email signatures section here into Dubb. And what this provides you is the ability to insert your signature as part of all of your communications coming from the Dubb platform. Whether you're sending one video to one person, a video to a whole list of people, or videos in your automations and your sequences, they can contain your signature in each footer of the video email. So they're kind of a preview of what that looks like. And that's how the feature works.
And if you'd like to find a free tool online, just type in email signature generator and you'll see there's like dozens of them. They're all sort of different styles. They're all free. You can just generate your own style with your logo or your profile pic, and then you can copy and paste that into your account.
Right in line with our automations, Dubb is a full functioning CRM. If you guys aren't already aware of this, it was something we built a while back. Dubb offers you the ability to completely organize your business, just like any other CRM. So there's going to be contact storage, tracking opportunities. I'll show you all this now. The reason we have improved the functionality here is, as I mentioned, we're growing, we're expanding the technology, and we're looking to fill the needs and features that other platforms are offering so that we can be the central hub for people's businesses. So this was some improvements made in contacts, in connections. This is what your contact management page now looks like. So the entire layout has been updated. If you guys didn't know what it looked like previously, here's what it looks like today. I mentioned deals. So there's your visual deal board, your assets, your tasks, those are all part of the CRM. Also part of the CRM is your connections. So you have all of your custom columns you can keep. So if you have data on them, this is where it's going to show up, phone numbers, etc. And then you also have the ability to keep track of all the reporting, every email that they're opening, every video that they're watching, all the campaigns that they're involved in, automations that they might be involved in. This is where you're able to keep track of all this information for this contact in one place. And now here is where the real improvements have come as well. The ability to directly reach out and manage this contact right from the contact page. So here we can create tasks to follow up with this person. We can email them directly from this contact page, and we can even log our activities. So if you have team members, SDRs, business development reps, or if you yourself are in a sales role, we know how important it is to actually log our activities. What was the last email I sent to this person? When? What was the notes I need to keep? So now we're able to create logs and create contacts directly from this interface. So I can send an email, it's going to log it automatically, or I can create a log and say, oh, I sent an email through a different platform, or I sent a message. Now I can also send SMS messages or log those communications right from here. This is the improvements we've made to the system so that you can directly outreach from the contact page, and you can log all your activities or manually or automatically log activities taken from this page. Again, all improvements so that Dubb can function as your CRM, as your all-in-one system. And again, if you have another system, perfect, right? We can integrate with those systems, no problem. However, we have many people that are migrating to Dubb as their all-in-one tool. And so we're going to continue to invest in those users and in the product here. Here we go, right down the line, guys. This one is brand new. No one's seen this one yet, I don't think, unless you're playing around in it there yourself, because it is in your dashboard today. So Showcases is a feature we have built. We're actually working with a couple clients, and you have some branding consistency. Maybe there's elements on your website. You don't want to take people away from your website. And so traditionally, if you wanted to leverage a Dubb page, I'd do redirect to a Dubb landing page. That problem solved with custom templates, but we also now have the ability to embed video showcases right on your website. So the traffic is where you need it to be. Now, here's how this feature is going to work. You can see right under assets, showcases, where these exist. You can start by creating from scratch, but I already have one here. I'm going to show you how this works. So you're going to click the pencil if it's an existing one. You can name the showcase, title it, describe it. You'll see those will show up somewhere. I'll show you where. Next, you'll have a header image, a thumbnail image, buttons, featured videos, additional videos. All these things are going to show up on your website. So here's an example of what exactly this looks like. This is a thumbnail that I embedded, right? This is the featured image of Dubb. So I embedded that little thumbnail on my website here. And when I click it, it's going to provide a full overlay display on this page. So you can see there's a little close button here, this background, the header image, the description, the title, and most importantly, my playlist of videos. So you can see here all of my videos that are important to this showcase are displayed front and center, and any one that we want to watch, here's just some previous webinars. When you click, it plays that video front and center here. So whichever one we're trying to play is immediately available. Again, your calls to actions are still part of this page. And then let's say, okay, I don't want to look at the videos anymore. We're right back on that website. This just happens to be a Dubb blog page that I use as an example. But this is how that showcase feature works. Anywhere on your website, whether it's a link you can direct or an image, so you can put a hyperlink anywhere on your website, or you can embed it directly as a thumbnail image or a GIF, whatever you want the showcase to show as. And then when they click that link or image or whatever, it's going to display the showcase page right over the top of your website. And again, the customization for this is super, super simple. Add the image, an image for your thumbnail, the buttons that are already in your system, the featured video, which is the primary one when you click the thumbnail, and your additional videos are the playlists you saw there. You can even include all your videos with a certain tag. Like if you have a group of videos and you don't want to add them one at a time, titles, colors, and background image there. And then you're going to hit save. Now this showcase is shareable in many different ways. You can just share the link directly. So if I click the link, here's that showcase page. It's no longer an overlay on a website. It's just the link itself. And if I want to embed that as a showcase element on my website, I can do so with either the embed code here, or as I mentioned, we can simply hyperlink the element on our website. So this is the showcase feature that we've built for you guys. Again, the ability to display videos on your website directly. We no longer have to redirect to a separate page. This is already incorporated into your guys' account if you're a paid user. Anyone on a paid plan will have showcases available.
One of the things that I think is really exciting about the showcase page, which Jarius mentioned, is this idea to enhance your existing website. All right, most of us have a website. We build something from scratch, or we have our company takes care of it. Maybe we have a specific web page. Maybe we have a product page, a service page. There's so many different places that we can have a web page. And what's interesting about this feature is that it's a simple script that you can add to any page that is going to, in fact, add that page overlay. So it's like a fully interactive, immersive experience on having someone watch multiple videos.
Shannon is going to take over here and show us some awesome updates with the mobile app.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in and demo the new features of the mobile app, which if you haven't, you go to the iOS App Store or the Google Play Store, depending if you're on an iPhone or an Android device. We have apps for both. Just search Dubb and download the mobile app, log in with your account, and you'll have access to a lot of amazing features such as real-time editing, which means that you can record in real time and with multiple clips. And in fact, I'm just going to jump in and start demoing some of the new features we've added, which are new speed editing controls, an improved interface, and a new music selection, and some other features I'll just jump into. To go to the Dubb camera, all you have to do is tap on that blue camera button in the center, and the Dubb camera will load up. And for this demonstration, I'm just gonna, I could go into all the features of the mobile app, but I just want to get into the new features we've added with Dubb 5.0. So one of the new features is, first of all, the new speed controls, which are very cool. To demonstrate, I'm just gonna record a clip here, and it's gonna be a 10-second. I'm gonna tap on the record button there to stop that clip, and then I can just tap on that clip. You see the clip has appeared right there. I can tap once, and then you see there's some options here. Either play the video for a preview, you can tap to edit the video for some more editing controls, that's right here, or trim the video. And actually, I'm gonna stop right there because trimming, we just got a whole updated trimming interface. I want to show that to you right now. If you used the Dubb mobile app before, you would note that this is a new interface for trimming, and actually we've made it a lot more responsive. So if you just tap and scroll in the upper left here, as with your thumb, just tapping and dragging, touch and drag, you can start to adjust the in point and the out point of the video. Rather, first I'm adjusting the in point, and then you can tap on the other side to adjust the out point. And this is just trimming your video. That's one of the features. I got to show you the new speed controls. So let me actually go back if that was too fast. I just tapped on the clip right here, one tap, and then I tapped on the edit option. And by tapping on the edit option, now we have several things you can do in the sidebar on the right side. You can add music. You can adjust the trimming option again. There's another trimming. There's text. There's a voiceover functionality. This has all been there. We have made refinements to each. If there's any bugs in the past, we've been constantly improving. But on the very bottom, I have to show you the speed functionality. Just one tap there, and you can have all these different speed options. If I just hit double time speed, you can see now the video playback is at 2 times speed. You can even go 1.5. You can do 10x if you want. That would be extremely fast. Or you can do 0.5. Here I'm like in slow motion. Now, of course, the audio will be distorted once I render this. This is just a preview. I would tap the blue check mark in the upper right corner to confirm this. So because the audio will be distorted when it renders, obviously if you slow it down, it'll sound like a sloth. If you speed it up, it'll sound like a chipmunk. So you have the option here to mute the audio. A great use case would be like a house tour. Let's say I'm showing an entire house and it's a really big property. I'm in real estate. I want to make a video to show this house to prospective customers and clients. So all I have to do is turn the camera around with, there's this little button there that'll show the back camera. And then I would actually demo the entire house using that camera. And then I just go into the speed controls and then with, tapping edit and then the speed controls. And then I'd adjust it to make it a hyperlapse, that I mute the audio so you don't hear any of that background noise, any of the, because we want to make the video professional. And that's what we kind of allow you to do with the Dubb mobile app, with some simple editing tools, making your videos a little bit more professional and a little bit more streamlined. So we're allowed to mute that audio. And why we call it real time is that this is all happening in real time. Usually you'd have to hire a video editor or a production staff to edit your videos if you wanted multiple clips and if you wanted speed controls, these kind of features I'm talking about. I mean, it's much faster to download the Dubb mobile app and make all of these edits as you're recording the video. It might take a few more minutes. Of course, you have to learn the interface, but we've tried our best to make this interface very intuitive and easy to understand.
I think that it's really exciting to be able to self-produce. We all know what it's like once you get into the production world, once you have an editor or once there's post-production to be done, obviously it's a lot of time. There's more mistakes to be had. And the reality is that sometimes it doesn't necessarily give you more lift. It actually doesn't help. And in fact, sometimes it takes away the authenticity. I would encourage you guys from the iOS, from the Play Store and the Android store, I would encourage you to grab the latest version of the Dubb mobile app, start recording multiple clips. If you need to trim them. If you don't, that's cool. Add dynamics if you want. You can do emojis, text, music. You can do the hyperlapse. You can do voiceover. You can upload clips from your phone, which takes a little bit more time, but it's still workable. And then upload this to your Dubb account and start sending those to your contacts. Do that via LinkedIn or SMS or email, your CRM, whatever you're already using. Send that video over and see what happens when the person watches it and the responses that you'll get. Sometimes you'll be amazed what people say when they see those kind of short films, those short productions, which actually only take you a few seconds to create. I know that technology sometimes is challenging. It's actually difficult to learn a new technology and to become really well versed to the point where you don't even have to think about doing it. The reality of technology is that the goal of it is to make our lives easier. But in fact, it does require that investment to go through the learning process to learn how to use tech so that we can attain that goal. So we hear from a lot of folks that they say, listen, I need more coaching, more training. I need accountability. I need resources. I need to meet with someone 2 times a week to say, hey, go record the video, go send the video. Let's take a look at your results. Let's look at automated workflows. So one of the things I'm going to be offering through Dubb Academy is a mastermind, which is a whole, we don't want to call it a course because it's so much more than that, which is why we call it a mastermind. We will continue to have as many free materials and videos as possible on our support channels and more of our trainings, but this is an upgrade option. It is a mastermind that you can purchase. You can meet us. We will train you. In fact, I'd like to bring Paige up on the stage and she can talk about her experience as a trainer and some of the stuff that she's done and some of the great results that she's developed with people.
All right, I'm so glad to be here, you guys. This software has been life-changing since finding out about it about 2 years ago. And the thing I'm going to reiterate that Ruben just said is it's one thing to know how to do it. So a lot of you are here, you've already figured out how to record a video for your business. And I kind of think of it like this. Imagine you trained to hike Mount Everest, right? I've never done it personally, but if I I trained on my own and I spent all that time doing it, and I got over there and I was about ready to climb Mount Everest, I would still hire the Sherpa. I would not try and go up that mountain alone. And I think that's what sometimes people are doing. And so I want to share a quick story with you. I started my business back in 2014. If I had had a tool like Dubb, I would have hit my first 10K months within the first month. I was actually cold calling out of a Chamber of Commerce directory. Fast forward in 2019, I was in London and I was on the underground train, right? And I'm sitting there and I got my headphones in, I'm jamming to some Jimi Hendrix or something, I don't know. And I was messaging back with my team. We were developing websites and sales funnels for our clients. And I'm just on Trello, just sending a couple of messages or so, and just really thrilled with the life I had created, knowing that I wanted to help other people do this. Because there I was, got to explore the day in London, and I knew that the work was being done. And so fast forward in 2020, I had so many people reach out to me for websites and sales funnels. And I mean, we had spreadsheets on spreadsheets and SOPs and all these documentations of all of the details you need to figure out in your business in order to get it up and running. And I started turning away more people than I could help, because I said to them, what's your vision? What do you have planned? And they would describe this massive website. And I would say, well, how many sales, what sales are you making this month, right? Like, what's your revenue? Yeah, zero was often the case. And it's okay, because they believed that what they needed to do was get that website. And I knew that that was not accurate, because you see, the way that I had reached a simple six figures in my business was through video outreach. And so that is what I believe is so important. And that's why I'm absolutely honored to be here. What I focus on, is you can tell me kind of telling that story, like put a subway or an underground in the chat if you had an actual vision of me on that underground train. That's the power, right? You picture somewhere you were in the world. Maybe it was an above ground train, like the ones I rode through Austria, right? Pictured something. And so there are 4 different types of story formulas that I really focus on, because when we tell stories, we build trust faster. It's about the speed of trust. We develop an understanding of actually connecting with people instead of just trying to sell something. And so that's what I'm excited about. And we go deep on 3 pillars of automation, 3 different ways in your business that if you're not automating right now, you're probably not going deep enough, and that's why you're just missing out on sales. I read this study by the American Society of Training and Development, and it said that you're 95% more likely to reach your goals when you have regular accountability meetings. And put accountability in the chat if it's something that you've always felt like you needed more of, and that you get more of when you're around other people. And so that's why I believe in the power of masterminding, and we've seen the proof of it. We have a Dr. Jen Horton. She just landed 10 sales, going from absolute zero in revenue, completely freaked out and tech overwhelmed, to 10 sales in just a few short weeks. We have Michelle, who landed a $31,000 contract off of one of her first 3 videos. Not kidding. And then Lynn, who tripled her business, who's now co-coaching with me, and just a best-selling author and an amazing human being, and a sales perspective and sales coach. Obviously, I love the marketing consulting, and I love the vision of people living their life to the fullest. And for me, that's travel. That's seeing different places in the world, and a reminder that we are all connected on this rotating planet we call Earth. And if I can help more people go do that and create the impact they want in the world, then I'm really excited about it. So put Academy in the chat if you guys are excited about what Dubb Academy has to offer for you, what story has to offer for you, because this is only the beginning. I want you guys to obviously see and feel that we are here for you. We're excited for you to reach your goals. Okay, that's what I got. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you so much, Paige. Really appreciate that. There's a couple of really easy places that you guys can leave reviews, like G2, Capterra, App Store, Play Store. It only takes a couple of seconds, but it absolutely means the world to us. And it just allows for us to generate more interest and then go and reinvest into our technology and our experience. So thank you guys so much for attending. Paige, Shannon, Darius, appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for attending.